Uh, Hello, everybody. Good night. I'm Manuel Bispo from Brussels. I'm I'm going to make another talk this afternoon, tonight. I'm from NECAFLA, the Center of Spiritual Studies here in Brussels, and I'd like to tell you that it's a subject I made in Portuguese some time ago, but I think today is very still up to date because we after this moment, people are staying at home with the COVID and all the transformations we are facing in the planet now. We see a lot of people with raising the mediumship. So let's talk about this. About this, what is mediumship and what is the, let's say, a short message, very up to date also. Okay, so I'm going to show you uh, the today some to talk about the decafla, the our center of studies. After we are going to come down. I came from the work, so let's brief a little bit. I make the presentation, then we finalize. Okay. So just to tell you about the NECAFLA, we are in Brussels, in Albany Street in Saint Gilles. We have our web page is a new web page, and you can check there about our live conferences like this one. So in Portuguese, we have it twice a month, every all Saturdays, twice a month in the Saturdays. So we are alternating at 5 p.m. Also in English French like this one. I'm doing also alternated on the Tuesdays at 20 hours. We have other services with our volunteers. For example, we have the fraternal service just to discuss. For example, if you are facing the problem, let's say, of mediumship, or you are facing some even want to talk, so you can contact by WhatsApp. The phone is there, or even to drop a message in the email, the info@necaf. Okay. Also, we have our studies in French, and also let me just put here. Yes, we have in French twice per month, every on the Mondays evenings. In Portuguese, this is every week, and every Wednesday we meet by Zoom, and we have a study. Until now, we don't have any course in English, but maybe we can start a new one. For me, it's a good learning, and I'm sure who is going to listen this will appreciate. Guys, so let's before to talk about the really the I'm going to show you this very nice picture. A beach is really a warm breeze uh, touching our face. Let's relax our body, breathe deeply, and ask our spiritual friends, our guardians, to be with us at this moment, during this study, during this reflection about the learnings we received a long time ago and we are still receiving, how we can use it in this short period we are in this planet. We thank God, we thank Jesus and all the works from space for the help they give us. Amen. So let's talk about mediumship. So what is mediumship? Huh? Just to say, since long time ago we have this kind of it's not phenomena because it's really really human. Huh? I hope I'll be here in the planet when it will be something common, uh, belong to the human being, this state of to have this faculty that between man, incarnated man, with this carbon, hydrogen, uh, and the spirits in a different vibration of molecules and atoms. So this is the mediumship, this faculty to have this contact, this relation. I'm going to talk about what kind of relations we have, and in the gospel, there's a very good observation uh, that say, and it's very important. That is very important that the mediumship, so this faculty, is conferred without distinction, kind of people, color, sex. So this way, the spirits can bring enlightenment to all walks of life, all human beings, all classes of people, rich and poor, like and same. Even pay attention for those, for those who are honest. This way, who is honest can you be fortified in their goodness, but also uh, is considered to the guys that not very good or corrupt, or the guys that can receive this like a test. Come on, guys, let's see what we're going to do with this, with this faculty you are receiving to work in this life incarnated. Yeah? And of course, we see in every in any country, independently the kind of religion we see people that are that have this kind of faculty and make use, let's say, in a different way. Let's talk about this, the use of this. So also the about still about the mediumship, when they talk a medium, you are a medium, oh, you are a medium, but there are different degrees. So everyone who has any degree of influence by spirits, another the fourth dimension, is, as a matter of fact, a medium. Okay, because this faculty is inherent in man, woman, and it's not a privilege. That's the most important thing to say, that the mediumship is not a privilege. Even in Brazil, oh, there's a medium. Au contraire, we're going to see, normally it's somebody that's going to be tested or to give this faculty to work here during this period of time incarnated to remember tests and atonements in this planet. Just to illustrate, I put here a picture from Augustin Lesage. He's a French painter with a very interesting history. He was a coal miner, and one day, when he was 35 years old, he was working a coal mine. He heard a voice. Normally, for some mediumship, they say, hey, I'm not a medium, but they say I heard a voice inside my head. But which was very clear voice, yeah, that he's going to start to be an artist, a painter. Yeah. He said, "Me, I never use a painter brush. Never. How am I going to become an artist?" And then he started, of course, influenced by spirits like a medium. He started to paint, yeah, and he painted more than 800 pictures in a very high quality. Yeah. And some of those pictures are in a lot of museums in diverse countries around the world. Normally, he used to sell the pictures in a very low price comparing to the quality. He's not making money painting. He was really transferring. They say, I just ask for the money I spent with the screens and the brush and inks and so on. He was very, very humble guy, very simple guy. eh. He never made a fortune. He lived in a very simple house until the end of the life. And also, it's not really well, let's say, disclose or communicate, but he was a healing medium. Healing medium that make cures. Okay, so this it was Augustin Lesage, a very interesting history. Of course, we have a lot of, very that we don't know. Even we don't know because they are very humble. They are those kind of people. They work very silently for the good. Yeah. This is one example of mediumship. Okay, so and then about mediumship, we have different types of mediumship in different degrees. Okay, so we can say and of course Allan Kardec, uh, uh, a French guy that was agnostic, a professor that used the scientific method to understand what he was seeing with the at that time that was called the moving tables. People had fun to see this kind of thing. It was a very good moment in the planet to really to make people to think about this. And he studied that. He organized. He make a scientific method to compare, to analyze. He say behind this there is this phenomenon. There is a intelligent, let's say, being. It's not the table itself that is moving. There is somebody behind this. That's an old story. But he organized in interviewing, using mediums, using people. There was he he making questions. He compare the answers, and he organized the types of mediumship. So we have the physical mediums that we have physical manifestations, and we have intellectual mediums. For the physical mediums, we have some, and we see in some films, making people so that produce noise, some kind of noise, closing doors or some they close it, they make noise. Some that can move inert bodies. Some can make suspensions, even the body. Some that make musical or can provoke musical effects, um, some kind of music effect. Some that can be, let's say, the physical phenomena, the apparitions. That that's the it's a node. Let's say this is a node kind of mediumship because it's it's a ghost, kind of. But sometimes can be tangible. Of course, it needs. If you study, you can see you need a lot of energy to make this kind of concentration of ectoplasm and so on and so on. And some that he called nocturnal mediums, that only during the night we obtain some kind of visual effect in the night. This is the physical mediums. Today, it's very difficult to have this kind of mediums. I remember in Brazil there was one medium that allowed to have apparitions, but is a very special kind of mission, right? When a medium, when some people incarnate come with this kind of type of mediumship. And then you have the intellectual mediums that you can hear, you can speak under the influence, you can see when you are seeing, and you confound it. Is it alive or is it this dimension or on the other dimension? So that can see. I see that people. No, wait, don't, you are me. Okay, let's study, let's practice, let's use this for the good needs. We have some that we call inspirational mediums. So you have, I have this kind of inspiration to do this or to talk something. Is different for speaking mediums. Like Augustine Lesage, the can paint and drawing. There's some is very famous. Some mediums with the hide eyes, painting with the two different paintings with both for hands. One drawing one thing, the other drawing another thing. We are going to see there's a phenomenon. There is a energetical explanation. So it's very interesting to study this. Yeah? And then you have for the musical or the presentiment or the somnambulist or some that say that you can receive some kind of revelations in a state of trance. So this, of course, there are a lot of, we can dig this and study and understand, but just to say it was, let's say, the end of the 19th century was organized by Allan Kardec. It was explained, it was tested until now. After in all the countries, people interested and to make it simple, it's not a big deal. It's simple. It's human. This mediumship. So physical, intellect. Okay, and then we can of course study, understand how does it work. Even asking the spirits, hey guy, what's happening here? Please explain me. We have some books obtained by some kind of mediumship, like the mechanical rating. So there's an influence by the chakra that we use to move the arm, the medium's arm, in the or let's say the semi-mechanical. One part is the arm, but the other is the inspiration of the idea, and the medium translate in terms of words, written, and so on. Yeah? And or is not mechanical, is only intuitive. It's just the idea, and the medium, he writes what he's listening, the idea, and try to write in his or her own vocabulary what is the message. This is very common, and there's a aim to have this. So this faculty, just an example, when we study, when we understand, and we make it simple and say, guys, it's part of our life. We just have to use this in a good way. Okay, just to use this in a good way. So that's when we came with a very good master a lot of time ago, and Jesus started this 33 years here in the planet, and some years just to transmit the message. But after he joined all the disciples, he developed all. They were all mediums. Of course, they have that mission. Uh, and then they say, "Hey guys, I'm developing you. I prepared you, and prepared is not the I they give a kind of power. No, Jesus enhanced the this faculty that they had already. Yeah? And when you study Jesus, they just make the moral part. They say, guys, let's let me show you what is what is true, the law of love, charity, and so on. So they say, guys, uh, go, uh, go on behalf of humanity to relieve pain, to heal, uh, to, let's say, to appease the demons, to driving out the demons. Uh, and Jesus set a very clear message. Freely you have received, and freely you have to give. Okay, these are very famous, and it's used, of course, in a lot of situations, but in this case, it was related to the mediumship, uh, just as an attention for different people with different degrees, levels of mediumship that start to use this in another way. Yeah? Let's say, guys, you receive this real free for free, and you have to use this for the good and also for free. Uh, and this again, Jesus he taught by example, by practice. They and people saw. They say, I just have this, and he 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 walk around all the around the Jerusalem and healing, teaching. Uh, with the sick guys or the poor and everybody. And also, he gave this example when he passed a very strong message about the merchants in the temple. They are, he condemned the trade, the commerce of the sacred subject things. To say, you never should have to do this. This is something very sacred, and we receive this freely because you're talking about feeling. About this. So this is the two good examples with the disciples, the practice, and a very strong example he gave in the temple in Jerusalem. Uh, and also there's a message. He said that God never or not sell and never will sell his blessings, neither his pardon. That's a very good. And above all, nor the right to enter in the kingdom of the heaven. Let's say your increase of quantum of energy, your personal development. Let's say your inner transformation. Nobody's going to ask you to pay for this. No one's going to ask you to. It's not to be sold. That's the and if somebody is going to help you, it's for free. Yeah? So the humankind, the man has no right to stipulate any price for this kind of thing. Any price. This is for free. Okay. So this is let's say a very good message, just to like a warning. Of course, the final decision is each one have their own decision, no judgments. But just say, guys, don't say you you received the good message, the good information at least. So it's something very natural it's part of human being. If you want to study, there are very well organized things to explain you what is this. And then there is a very strong message, say, guys, since you receive this for free, you have to use this for free. Okay? And just to finish, the most famous Brazilian medium, Francisco Xavier, uh, he once he 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 told a message, talk with the guys about this mediumship because he wrote a lot of books. uh, he never touched the money about the books, and he gave this message. I'm going to try to read. I will live this life without a single nickel. No money, no money. Everything that came to me in the matter of money simply passed through my hands. Charity. eh? Thank God, my pension pays for my medicine. Clothes. When the friends think I'm dressed badly, they donated some clothes to me. Shoes. I cost to spend a pair of shoes. At home, our food is very simple. I have no bank account, no checkbook, no property in my name except the house which I have already passed. I pass it on to the other, so he led to the family. He just have the usufruct. I never uh, have never owned cars, not even a small wagon, a cart. So in this sense, nothing will weigh on my conscience. Make it simple. I did what I could to help my family members. If I didn't, if I didn't do more, it's because I couldn't do more. I never counted the money in my pocket, not even the money that some generous friends put in my jacket. Of course, Chico Xavier is just one example. We have a lot of kind of people like this that use the mediumship for the good without asking any money to use this to heal, to help in terms of spiritual comfort. Okay, that's just a good message. No judgment, but just to say, guys, if you're experimenting something, just pay attention. You can study. You can use one part of your time to use this to give. You can work in your job, your profession, and if you see you have this contact, use for the good. Okay, guys. So just to finish, I'd like to make a very simple reconnection and use this picture, uh, let's say, representing all the humankind, because all of us, at certain level, we have some kind of mediumship. We have this contact, at least when we sleep during the night. We have the contact with the other dimension, and sometimes we have this mission in the on this planet to use this to work to help people. So visualize our very beautiful planet that received this to help us in our inner transformation. Let's concentrate our thoughts like a flow of energy that you go around the globe, that will join others' thoughts and flows of good vibrations to reach the people who is needing at this right moment in the hospitals, in the mansions, in houses that can receive this humble vibration of love, comfort, and peace. that our guardians, our spiritual friends, stay with us, helping in this sequence of our life here in this planet. Thank you. Amen. So, guys, have a nice week. Thank you for your attention. If you see the film, and I'm very happy to study and to reflect about this theme again. Okay. Thank you for Christina to help you to arrange this presentation. Have a very nice week. Thank you. Bye bye. Ciao.